Alright, so in this lesson we're going to talk about what's called Ultra Key. You've probably heard of this as green screening. Okay, a lot of people ask, how do you cut out the background of films? Well, we've looked at that. It's how you mask your films, right? You don't go in and just add a green screen to it later. Okay, if you're going to use a green screen or an Ultra Key effect, you need to film it with a solid color of whatever color behind them. It doesn't matter if it's green. The original green screen was actually blue. You can use any color you want, but what you want to avoid is having any color that matches skin tone or clothing tones, because if you do that, when you go to get rid of that color, it's going to cut holes in your face or your clothes. We've all seen the weatherman with the green tie, and you can see through the tie, right? It's not what we're looking for. If you're trying to create a true green screen effect, you need to film it with some color behind you. You can take a sheet off your bed and stick it on a wall, and that can be a green screen, depending on the color or whatever, as long as it doesn't match anything you're wearing or a color that exists in your hair or glasses or whatever, then it's not going to create a problem for you. One of the green screens we're going to look at today are actually pink, and it's a gradient effect. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do here. I need you to unzip the file that I sent you, and I need you to drag it into the project panel. Let me get myself up here. Alright, so in the project panel, you can click on the list view right here. But if you look, it really doesn't create what we're looking to have here. It's kind of hard to tell what clip is what. Down here, just underneath it, you'll have an option that says icon view, and that will allow you to see this a little better. Okay. Now I want you to grab 3 of these clips. What we've got are a bunch of little kids blowing bubbles, and what we're going to do is we're going to add more bubbles to that scene. So I don't care which 3 you grab, just grab 3, drag them over, and put them beside each other. Let's see. Alright, so these are my 3. You can see all these little bubbles, and in fact in this last one, no bubbles at all. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some bubble scenes to this in order to make this look nice and even. Let's start with the actual green screen. So it's the one down here that's actually green in the project panel. I'll tell you what, let me get me over here today. So I'm going to grab that green one, and I'm going to put that over top of my first video. Okay? And I'll shorten it a little bit as needed. I'm going to go from the other side, so that it matches that clip. Okay. Now, this was actually filmed with a green backing, which makes this easy to cut out using the Ultra Key effect. What we're going to do is we're just going to select this color of green, and everything that's color we're going to get rid of. So let's go to the effects panel, and right here at the top I want you to type in the word Ultra. That'll show underneath the video effects, the keying folder, the Ultra Key effect. I want you to drag that on top of your stock footage, your green footage here. Now in your effect controls, you'll see an option for your Ultra Key. And right here it's going to say key color, and it'll have an eyedropper tool. You can click on that eyedropper tool and come over here and hover over a blank place of green in this film. Click once, and it should do a reasonably good job of cutting out that green screen. So if you see, I've got all these extra bubbles coming in, and it works really well for this scenario because that green screen was set up correctly. It was a bright, well-lit green screen. It didn't have any real problems. Right here where it says output, I want you to change that to say from composite to alpha channel. Now in this alpha channel, what you're seeing is what's actually visible. So if I scroll through this, I can see all of the actual light that's showing up in this film. Notice that the dead center of this is pitch black, but around the corners, we've got this lightening happening. Okay? We can change our settings from default to a little bit more aggressive, and that'll take it to a straight black. Now this was easy with this one, and in fact, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to go back to default, and I'm going to look down here at some of my matte options. Okay, so matte generation, I'll look for tolerance, and I'll push that tolerance up a little bit. In fact, I'll push it all the way up, and you can see that gets rid of a lot of that graying. I'll push my pedestal up a little bit more than where it was, and that'll get rid of all of that graying. So now if I go back from alpha channel to composite, I can watch that film run through and it's nice and smooth all the way through. I don't have to worry about that green screen affecting at all, right? Alright, now on this clip I'm going to do something a little different. So I'm going to go back to my project panel and I'm going to look for this next option up, the Adobe stock that's in pink. And I'm going to drag that over here. Now notice this clip is much shorter than the one underneath it. So I'm actually going to make this clip run in slow-mo so it lasts a little bit longer. I'm going to right click or control click right here on that clip. I'm going to go to speed and duration. Currently it's at 100% speed. I'm going to slow that down to probably about 30%. And that'll stretch that clip out. Now what this is going to do is it's going to make these bubbles come in kind of a slow motion. Now you see this little jankiness to it. That's because that wasn't filmed to be in slow-mo. But for our sakes, it'll work for what we're looking to do. Okay? Now, I want you to notice that this is not a true green screen. If you look at this, it's one, pink, so it's not green screen just for that sake alone. But two, it's got a very light pink to kind of a hot pink to kind of a white pink right here. So we need to cut out multiple colors to be able to get this effect proper. So let's go back to our effects and let's go back to that Ultra key and drag that onto that clip. Now, I'm going to use my eyedropper tool to kind of ID a kind of middle ground pink here. And you'll see it cuts out pretty good, but we still get these different lights going on, right? And I don't want all that. So we need to fix it. Let's go into our setting, and I am going to pick the aggressive option this time. That should cut out most of it. So I'll hit my composite, my output, and I'll look at alpha channel, and I'll see that that aggressive mode actually just ate that whole thing up. It came out perfect. That's exactly what I wanted out of this, and I don't need to mess with any of this extra stuff down here. So perfect. Let's go back to composite, and I'll call that good enough for that clip. Now, let's go to the last one. We're going to grab this little bubble setup. And notice that in this one, I have a multicolored background. It wasn't filmed with any kind of screen, right? It was filmed outside. This creates a whole different kind of problem, and it makes it much more difficult to do what you're looking to do here. This is why you have to film it with this in mind before you actually do this. There's a reason all those Hollywood stages have these huge green screens, right? And this is what it is. So let's go to our key, pause. Let's click on that clip. Let's go to our effects and let's drag the Ultra key to that effect. Now in this one, I'm going to use my eyedropper tool again, and I'm going to try to find kind of a middle green. But you can see this muddies up this whole picture. It's not right, okay? And if we look at the alpha channel, we can see what a mess this is. So maybe try clicking a different green, see if you get a little bit better of an effect out of this. Get it as dark as you can. It's not going to be perfect. So again, we see this muddy look on top of these kids, and it's not going to work for what we're doing. Stick on that alpha channel for a moment. Let's go to our settings and change that to aggressive. Helps a little bit, but not really. This is where you have to start cleaning up your matte. So I'm going to go to the matte cleanup option. And I'm going to start pushing up some of these options. I'm looking for clear pictures on the bubbles, but everything in the background needs to be dark, like dark. So kind of go through this and look. You can see this graying area is just sticking here and it's not going away. Maybe push up my contrast. I'm going to lose some bubbles in this, but I'll be able to see I won't be able to see this background showing through. So play around with that matte cleanup and see what you come up with. Notice that your setting changes from aggressive to custom anytime you start messing with stuff underneath it. Okay. And when you get it right, hit composite, and let's go back, and let's see how natural that looks. Remember, there were no bubbles on this clip at all. So this creates a pretty cool little look, right? So let's go look up online real quick. So online, if you type in green screen, let me spell, templates. On YouTube, you can find all kinds of different green screen templates, little things that you can cut out, okay? Some of these are absolutely ridiculous. Here I've got some goofy Darth Vader. Why on earth you need a hamster? I have no idea. But you can find different types of effects that can work for this, right? So, ambience or abstract, that works. So if you go in here and you look at these different kinds of green screen effects, you can find all kinds of neat little things that you can cut out. Good Lord. Love a YouTube commercial, right? Here's an interesting one. Right. So here again, if I wanted this ghosty looking dude, I could pull this video off of YouTube using any YouTube to MP4 converter. I could cut out this green background, and all of a sudden I've got this ghosty looking thing flying through my videos. How cool is that, right? Or, you know, just different abstract, different types of options that you can kind of play around with. A lot of kids like to use this for like explosions or, you know, different fire bombs. I can take that number one, put it in here. You'll see an explosion come up here in just a second. I can take that explosion and put that into my film. I want you to get crazy with these. Feel free to utilize these in any way. There are thousands, and I mean thousands, of these different videos out here. Okay? The next thing you want to play with generally is coming in and tinkering with these blending modes for these. So have that, and then add a blending mode here to your different green screens so that all these different things going on blend nicely together. There's a lot you can do with this, and I'm going to want you to start experimenting with these different green screen effects, ultra key effects, in the future for your videos and making things look more cohesive and more interesting and more stylized, right? This gives you an edge if you know what you're doing. So play around with the ultra key, play around with some of the green screen stuff from YouTube, tinker with some stuff in your videos and see what works. Don't go crazy, don't go too far with it, right? Because you don't want it to look terribly fake. But, you know, little touches will go a long way sometimes. Play around with it, see what you like.